Hello, this is Miss Briggs. I am going to make a video on the very basic way to make an infographic using InDesign. There are many videos in Unit 1 to help you with this. I'm going to summarize some of the quickest ways to do things that you need for your infographic. But it is a professional program in design, as are all the Adobe programs you're going to use. So if you really want to use it well and get to know it, the videos are there for you. I'm making this recording after the deadline, so this is for you people who might need to get right on track and do this the easiest way possible. So let me show you what to do. All right, so for the infographic, you need a whole list of requirements. You need a title, you need your name and date, you need all of the information that you used from your forum and your unit draft. So you need the parts of writing, you need the internet safety, you need copyright laws, you need is it real, you need communication rules, both in an educational and a personal setting. Look at the rubric, follow along, make sure you have all that information. You need data, which is just like percentages or a graph if you can find that. And you need citations. So where did you get your information from? Whether it's the facts or it's a picture or it's your writing. So you need 3 MLA citations. That's all in the unit requirements. Um, and then you need pictures. Of course, it's an infographic. So if you can find some graphic looking things like clip art or things you can find on for free on the internet, free domain, there's also a library on InDesign um, for you to look for this up here, CCC libraries. All right, so InDesign. This is just when I started to show you here some percentages, what it kind of looks like. Let me just start a new one here. When you open InDesign, it will come up default or letter. Default is fine, and then there's a button over here, create. All right, so then you'll have this. This is the same palette from the last one, but that's fine because I'm going to use the same picture. All right, so everything on the left are the tools you'll need. Everything on the right, it will change as you're using tools. So we're going to start with a title, and you'll notice that it's going to change on the right once I get going. So I'm going to put in a box. Everything works in frames in this. You see this just changed. So um, when I use the box, it reserves this space for text. So anytime I go back to it, I can highlight it and do something to it, work on it. So let me just do. All right, there's my title. Obviously, that's a very small title. I'm going to go over here, make it much bigger. I can change the text. Later on, I can show you how to change the color, all of that. So, but for now, just to get going, I'm going to center it. I could use this to highlight it and do this to center it all. Then I would put my name, date here, done. Those are 2 parts of the rubric. All right, I also need, let's say, internet safety here. Whoops, you can't go over the same line. You got to go near the same line and then make it bigger. All right, I'm just going to make a whole bunch of boxes here. This is where all my text is going to go, and I'll show you how to change these. All right, so these are just for text, not for pictures. Pictures are a different system. So I have these boxes, but I want to change them, move them, change their sizes. So now I've highlighted this arrow here on the left, and now you can see I can manipulate it. So now I'm going to make it go up to this box and then over to this box. So they're boxes, but they can go to each other. All right, now I'm going to go over here. Again, I'm still on the arrow tool. It won't do it if you've changed tools. You have to go back to the arrow and grab it. All right, so now that's where I'm going to put all my text. This is the quickest way to do it. Line it all up, whatever you want to do. Plug everything in, the information, the writing, then plug in your pictures, then work with the colors. That really is the quickest way. All right, so pictures. So then I could just put all my text in here, hit the text button again, and just go ahead and, go ahead and put all my stuff in there. All right. Change the fonts, whatever you want. That is points for manipulating the fonts. So make sure you design it. I'm just showing you the quickest way to get it all together. All right, for pictures, you want to hit this rectangle frame tool here with an X. So whenever you see an X box, like if you're laying it all out, um, and now you see like the blank boxes are where you'll go back and put your text. The X boxes are where you put your pictures. So now I'm going to put a little picture right here in the center. All right, so to put a picture, whoops, I cancel that. I'm going to do, let me think if this is, I gotta click on that box. Okay, now I'm going to do File, Place, and I have already resized pictures. If you put a picture in there that's giant, like this picture here, I put it in, it was almost as big as the whole file. The quickest way is to adjust it on your computer. Because the frames, as you see, the one I just pasted, it has its own frame around it. That I can't change. So now it's stuck in a different frame. It's not free floating. So that's the problem with the resizing. But just resize it first, or when you put it on here, I'll show you what to do. So now I'm going to go to the arrow, and if I click this, I can resize it. Well, this is big enough for this frame. You just have to work with the frames and the frames and the frames. All right. So that's one picture. Again, I'm going to click on this box. Then I'm going to go to File, Place, and I've already made my little podcast thing you'll see later in the semester smaller. So there's that, and etc. I can keep going. There's a library here. You see where it says File, Place from Library. You can go ahead and search through that if you want, but honestly, you already have your draft. You know what you need. Find it, resize it, and then you just plug it in. All right, so I'm going to have all my writing that I need, all my pictures that I need. It's going to look designy, right, because it's already kind of lined up already. Now I need to work with color. So the color is this dropper here, this thing here. So what I'm going to do, this is the other thing, watch. So now I have my white frame that this is already in, stretched to the end. I can't recolor behind it. It won't recolor my picture itself. It can only recolor the frames. So let me go to this frame and do the eyedropper. Um, I hovered over this picture in my other file, so this is why this is here. It's my color scheme, and that's pretty convenient. So I can just go ahead and use that and put it up here. And now I can change the text color to white or whatever. So the same thing. So now I'm going to put the arrow, click on the box, put the eyedropper, and then maybe I'll use this color and go back up there. So then I can have a palette, right? That means it's all going to match and it's based on this. If I clicked, I can't go back and undo this, it was already there. But if I click on this one first without this here, it will pop up with this one. So maybe choose which picture you want, or you don't have to use these. You can go up here and pick a whole different color too. So you don't have to use the palette, but one of the requirements is that you've considered your color scheme, and this helps you make a color scheme. So there you go. All right, so you got pictures, you got your writing, you're going to play with the format, make sure it looks good, it looks graphic. You're going to go through the rubric and make sure you have everything, and that should be good. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you need help. You can Moodle message or text or uh, call during office hours the Google Class number. All right, thank you.